Hajimemashite, boku wa JD desu. Hello everyone, welcome to another stabilized driving video. Alright, today I'm actually going to be talking about something that, well, it's not a new thing, and it's not the first time I've encountered it. It is the internet, and not just in general, because, hey, bitching about the internet in general is kind of like, being surprised that there's air outside. The internet is full of people, and people are mostly idiots or self-centered, or I don't know. I could go on and on about the different flavors of people, but you're all very well aware, especially if you watch my channel with any consistency. Yes, sir. Now we're moving on to the topic. I'm a member of a Japanese community, a foreigners in Japan community. There you go. I'll even say that it's Gaijin pot, and they have a website. They have, they used to have forums on the website, Gaijin pot itself. That was done away with at some point for some reason or another, and moved over to Facebook. Which I guess isn't a bad thing. I guess it removed some of their overhead or software needs or server space, whatever it did for them. And I can respect that as a business owner myself. I understand, hey, things happen, and it's hard to keep up with everything that people want. And that's not really the bitch. That's not really the issue I have with people's on them our internet. My thing is this. All right, sometimes I post a question to these forums, and of course, more often than not, I'm answering others' questions. I attempt to do so anyway. Well, here's the thing. Today I posted a question. I felt the need because I didn't want to I hate checking Facebook. Let me just put it straight to you. I hate checking Facebook. So I felt the need to slightly explain my situation. And, because I didn't want pointless responses. And, because it's a community, though. It's people on Facebook on the internet. It's like a double sin when it comes to expecting something of humanity. But, I posted I'll be there most likely in around April. Yeah, I'll be there around April for 2 weeks. It's vacation, and while I'm there, I was going to, I'm going to throw out my resume. I'm going to job hunt a little bit to see if anything's available. And my current employer is aware of this, but they know I'll turn in my notice, but only after I get everything squared away with going back to Japan, if it happens this year. And I broke down that I'm looking both in the ESL field, English as a secondary language teacher field, and the tech sector. Well, and below that, I said, I'm very well aware of, the Gaijin Pot classifieds, the Fukuoka Now classifieds, Dave's ESL Cafe, Ohio Sensei. I actually put a list in there of the sites that I use, which is an extensive list that I've been building that list for, I don't know, since 1999, 98, 99. You put these things together and you kind of keep those, and regardless of what computer you're on or whatever, you remember those certain websites, like everyone does. Everyone has websites that they won't forget. So I listed those, and And I said, I lived there for 7 years, and I'm looking, the information, I even broke down what my question was, so, because you get a lot of vague questions on there, right? And I broke down my interest, my question, what I want to address. I forget how I said it, and of course I don't have Facebook open right now, is what has changed over the last 12 years. What, if anything, has changed over the last 12 years? Have you experienced this? Have you done this? Or do you know someone that's done this? That came to the country just on vacation and looked successfully for work? Because I don't remember an example of it, but I didn't have a lot of foreign friends that were English. Well, they were all English teachers, but I didn't have a lot of foreign friends that were younger than me. As in-country younger. Like, all of my friends had been there much longer than me when I lived in Fukuoka. I was the new guy. And, so yeah. I'd broken down basically that I'm not a weeaboo. I'm not a new guy. I'm not, retarded when it comes to Japan and Japanese employment sites. Like, I can navigate the Japanese sites. I can use the I even listed a few oh god, what do you call them? The websites that list apartments and houses and stuff for rent or sale. Real estate sites. There you go. And, I can find my own way. I know what's going on. I know how to use the subways, the trains, the planes, the boats, the buses, the taxis. I know how to do all that, basically. I made it 2 paragraphs. That's it, though. I try to say it simply, and that might have been where I failed. But when you write more than that, either it is taken down by the community, whoever the admin or moderator is, or now they just don't let it post. They think you're trying to, rip someone off, or beg, although people beg on there all the time in less than 2 paragraphs. But, so yeah, I broke it down. The first answer I got, the first response on the post was like, if the money's better, go to the IT sector. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the idea. Okay, well, maybe they wanted to help, they just don't know how. Which those posts that I want to help and I don't have a good answer or even like an idea, I don't post shit. I don't even post, well, that fucking sucks. I don't post anything if I don't have the answer to the question they posed. The only time I do is if it's not clear what the question is. So I'll post like, is there a specific question, or did you just want to vent to the English-speaking community in Japan? Anyway, and the second response was that, well, by April, most jobs are already filled because contracts start from April 1st. All right? I thought I made it clear that I'm well aware of how things in Japan work. And you're speaking about ESL contracts, which is true. But it's also not. That's the this person works at they work for the government basically as an English assistant language teacher. Unless they're lying on their Facebook page, which is possible. But yeah, no, that's true. Most alt positions start in April, and they're already filled. I'm not interested in an alt position, though. I'm interested in an ESL position, which an alt is an ESL position, so I guess that's forgivable. But the public sector, the ones that don't work for high schools and junior high schools and whatever, yeah, no, their contracts start whenever they need to hire somebody. And, if I show up and someone's leaving, because right now people are renewing contracts. And, I don't know, John Smith's going to tell their employer, Yeah, I'm going to renew. Yeah, I'm going to renew. Yeah, I'm going to renew the whole time. And then he gets word back from that other job he wanted for 2 years, and they finally want him. You know, there's that thing. That's there. That's what I'm looking for. That, or, of course, tech sector. Now, the tech sector is going to be difficult because I have to brush up on my Nihongo. So, yeah, I want to get that back. I call it my Japanese ear. My ears are big enough. I don't need any more ears, but I want to get my ear back to where I can hear it and I can pronounce it, and I'm not hesitant and I don't think I screwed up. You know, because it's easy to screw up the Japanese. Anyway, so that's my little rant, I guess. I didn't really rant about it. It's just frustrating. You know, you tell people, I want to eat something for dinner. I don't want pork or fish, and I only want tea with it. What would y'all recommend? I mean, I wouldn't ask that, but people do. And the response is, well, the best thing really would be like, you get a large Coke with like pork katsu, right? It's like I just said no pork or fish. The dish and the drink was tea only, and then you recommended a Coke with pork katsu. Either you're being a complete troll or you're just completely a dumbass. Dumbass. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'll edit this, so I'll just end it like about like this. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Douchebag! If you've been here this long, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you. Bye now.